President Biden is upping his attacks on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel, demanding a ceasefire, but he seems to forget that Israel proposed a ceasefire over the weekend and Hamas turned it down once again.
Newsmax Jerusalem correspondent Daniel Cohen live near Tel Aviv this morning with the very latest. Good morning to you, Daniel.
You're hovering right over the target. Good morning to you, Rob. Good morning, Charlotte. President Biden is demanding Israel agree to a 6 to 8 week ceasefire in Gaza while asking nothing of Hamas in return. In a new Noticias Univision interview, President Biden lashed out at Prime Minister Netanyahu, saying he wants the people of Gaza to have better access to food and medicine. You're going to hear from the president on that in a moment. But first, a record number, 468 humanitarian aid trucks entered Gaza on Tuesday. That broke the previous record of 419 the day before. Masked men could be seen riding on the back of the convoy, although it's not clear if they're Hamas operatives hijacking supplies. Huge crowds have swarmed over 1,200 aid trucks in the last 3 days alone. Here's the president in an interview from April 3rd.
I think what he's doing is a mistake. I don't agree with his approach. I think it's outrageous that those three vehicles were hit by drones and taken out on a highway where it wasn't like it was along the shore. It wasn't like there was a convoy moving there, etc.
President Biden is referring to a tragic Israeli strike that killed 7 World Central Kitchen aid workers. On President Biden's watch in 2021, a U.S. military drone strike killed 10 civilians in Kabul, Afghanistan, including 7 women and children. The Pentagon later admitted it mistakenly identified those Afghan civilians as Islamic terrorists. There was no apology from President Biden. He brushed aside all the criticism and went to the beach that weekend. After that interview aired on Tuesday, White House aides insisted the president's comments don't represent a major policy shift toward Israel. American aircraft carriers that once patrolled Israeli waters are gone, and now Democrats are even discussing conditioning military aid. Rob, Charlotte, despite the anti-Israel tone coming from the president, Netanyahu told a group of IDF recruits on Tuesday the Rafah operation will happen and said, quote, "No force in the world will stop us."